let's make this McDonald's Copycat steak, egg, and cheese sandwich. We're going to start by making the secret sauce that they use for this steak, egg, and cheese sandwich. It's like a steak sauce with mayo. We're going to start with a half cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of mustard, about a tablespoon of A1 steak sauce, and then about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And then we're going to throw in about a half teaspoon of dill and some salt and pepper to taste, a good sized pinch of each. Once you have that all together, just mix it up real good, and there you have your steak sauce for the sandwich. Next, we're going to start by sauteing up some onions. We're going to get them just lightly brown. And then the secret to these sandwiches is this frozen steak patty. So McDonald's uses what they call a breakaway sirloin, and this is basically the same thing. When I looked up pictures online, you can find these at Walmart or at your local grocery store. They're great for Philly cheesesteaks and stuff because they break apart real easily when you cook them. But I'm going to keep them whole as these little steak pucks here. They're frozen, so they'll stay together when you start cooking them. We're going to get a good sear on these on the griddle. I got it on high. We'll just cook them kind of like you do a regular steak. They just don't take quite as long to cook. You do need to be careful when it's time to flip these because they will fall apart, as you can see with this one here. But if you're careful, they should stay together pretty good. I'm just going to throw my onions back on, get them warmed up a little bit, and then right as these steaks start to finish, I will top each one with a good amount of this onion, and then we'll pull it off the griddle and set it to the side so that we can finish making the rest of our sandwich components. Next thing I'm going to do is turn the griddle down on low, and I'm going to throw some butter down and get my bagels toasted. When those are all nice and toasted on both sides, I'm going to pull them off, and I'll go ahead and spread some of our mayonnaise steak sauce on each slice. This is the way McDonald's does it. They do have sauce on each side. Then I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of American cheese down on each slice as well. And I'm going to go ahead and move those warm steaks over to that first piece of American cheese so it can start to melt that cheese a little bit. Then I'm going to throw down some butter. Now my secret to cooking eggs, because McDonald's uses what they call a folded egg, which is their scrambled egg thing. And my secret to doing this is I actually turn the heat off on the griddle, and then I just spread my eggs real thin like you could see here. Let those start to cook on one side, but we don't want them to burn. And then I just carefully start to fold them over on top of each other with the spatula. It's okay if it breaks apart. They're eggs, they'll go back together. And then as you just slowly flip them and fold them, don't worry about that egg that's not cooked in the middle. It'll get cooked all the way through. And then I'm making 4 sandwiches, so I'm going to take this egg. I did about 8 eggs for 4 sandwiches, so about 2 eggs per sandwich. Might be a little bit more than you need, but I like a lot of egg. And then I just carefully flip these slices over. Each one of these is going to be a sandwich. Go ahead and season them up real good. And those will cook all the way through as they sit here, but notice they're not getting burned or not getting brown. And then we're going to throw that right on top of our steak and onions there. And then we're going to top it with our other half of the bagel with the cheese and the sauce on it. And there you have it. That's McDonald's breakfast sandwich. Steak and egg breakfast sandwich. We're going to cut this in half. Just look at the steak and onions that's inside. This steak is really flavorful. It's really, really tender, mainly because it's that breakaway style steak, so it does fall apart real easily when you eat it. Makes it real easy to eat. This is good stuff, guys. I hope you give it a try. It's one of my wife's favorite things for breakfast. Thanks for watching. See you next time.